Hi, I'm Eric, and today we're here at Oakdale Elementary to meet a colleague who is passionate, motivated, and takes pride in supporting our students. He sees himself in them. Let's go and meet him. So we are here at Oakdale Elementary School today with one of our teachers of the deaf and hard of hearing, Keith Nolan. Keith, thank you so much for allowing us a little bit of your time today.
I'm thrilled to be here.
Thanks. How you doing?
Great. Great. My day is going really well.
Nice. That's good to hear.
Same for you?
So far, so good. Yeah. And this is great to be able to talk to you today.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let me ask you, you are one of 3 teachers of the deaf and hard of hearing here in Frederick County Public Schools.
Yes, that's right. There's only 3 of us in this line of work. So the 3 of us serve all of the deaf and hard of hearing population in all of Frederick County.
So we're going to talk about that and exactly what it is you do and your colleagues do. But before we do, tell us a little bit about your background. Where were you before you came to FCPS?
Well, I started teaching deaf and hard of hearing students in California with the Los Angeles Unified School District. I taught there for about a year and a half before I moved here to Frederick. And I taught at Maryland School for the Deaf for 10 years. And Maryland School for the Deaf is only a few blocks from the central office building of Frederick County Public Schools. So I started with FCPS last year. This will be my 2nd year, and it has been great.
So we're glad that you're part of the team now. That's interesting because you were a political science major for undergrad, and then you got your master's in special education, specifically focused in on instructing and teaching our deaf and hard of hearing students. What made you make the switch?
So I come from a family of educators. My dad was a guidance counselor. My mom was a teacher's aide, librarian. My sister was a teacher. My brother was in an administrative position. So I was influenced by all of them. So I shifted my focus and became a teacher.
That's awesome. Again, we're fortunate to have you as part of the team. So as a teacher of the deaf and hard of hearing, can you talk about the support that you provide and the instruction you provide our students that you see?
So our students come with a whole range of abilities, and the 3 of us, the teachers of the deaf and hard of hearing, our job is to make sure that each of them are served and given every opportunity to learn, and the ultimate goal is for them to become contributors to society after they graduate. So the layperson that might not have experience working with deaf and hard of hearing students, they might not know what to do, and that's where we come in. So building that bridge, building the connections, that means providing a range of services. So consulting the parents, providing consultation services for the students, the teachers, training and collaboration with the teachers that have deaf and hard of hearing students. We participate in 504 and IEP meetings. We write IEP goals, objectives, progress reports. So sometimes students require direct services from us, so we'll provide those services as well. We do lesson plans too. We provide assessments, a variety of assessments, sometimes with FCPS staff included. We evaluate our students who might need audio equipment. We can connect them with audio equipment for use during instruction. We comply with federal and state law. We work with other deaf and hard of hearing teachers at other County Public Schools. We want to make sure that our students have the accommodations that they need. So interpreting services, captioning on videos, making sure that all FCPS educational materials are accessible. So that's one of the many things that we do.
So multiple services provided for our students, and ultimately the goal is to ensure that each and every child in FCPS has the same instructional experience and opportunities within our school system.
Precisely.
So you all are pushing in, which means you're going in and working directly with students in the classroom, our students who are deaf or hard of hearing, and you're also pulling them out. So you may be pulling them out for one-on-one instruction and support?
It'll depend on the IEP goals. So there's a range of services, right?
So as a teacher, the support that you're providing students who are deaf or hard of hearing is, for example, you may go into a classroom and observe, and based off of that observation, what may be some of the outcomes?
So we work as a team. So I'll work with the interpreters in the classroom, the teachers that are in the classroom. Maybe if another specialist is needed, we'll provide that connection. I might bring up issues with parents. If another IEP meeting might be required or a 504 meeting would be required, I'll facilitate that and help to approach that issue. It depends on the specific issue.
So again, it's an individualized program, instructional program, academic program for each student.
Right. Yeah, that's exactly what IEP means. Individualized educational plan. That means our goal is to make sure that we provide accommodations for every student.
And that's
And we tailor those accommodations for each student.
And I think that's key because we have students who may be deaf or hard of hearing, and not all of them require the same services or needs instructionally.
Exactly, right. And that's part of the training that we do with the teachers who have deaf and hard of hearing students. Some people might have met a deaf person and then assume that every other deaf person is exactly like that person. That's not necessarily the case. Some might be more hard of hearing, maybe they don't know sign. Some might be fully, profoundly deaf and rely on sign language exclusively, so there's a wide range.
And so it's getting to know the child, getting to know the person.
Right, that's why the assessment's so important.
The connection Keith has with his students was visible in our short time together. Keith works closely with our interpreters and shared with me the important role they play as part of the team. They're with the students and teachers every day. Keith shared he values the input of our interpreters and interpreter coordinator. There are 3 teachers of the deaf or hard of hearing who support all of Frederick County Public Schools. Along with being in schools all over the county, they meet weekly to discuss and plan how to best support those they serve. Keith is providing support to students, staff, and the families of students, some of whom are not familiar with deafness at all. We are fortunate to have colleagues like Keith in FCPS. What Keith does on a daily basis is essential to Frederick County Public Schools. Again, you're providing support to students across the county, a large county. Can you talk to us, what would you like to share with our community and with our colleagues, something that you think is important for them to know that they don't know about the work that you do?
Well, my team and I would like to say that we're small but mighty. We take pride. So our students are diverse. And they all have a range of personalities, personal strengths, needs, different backgrounds, different experiences. And we take pride in the fact that our small team is able to provide support and help them to accomplish their goals as FCPS students.
What do you love most about the work that you do?
Probably seeing the smiles on my students' faces. whether it's a simple thing, like after they rehearse for a presentation, or finding out they're doing well in class, getting a job after school, winning the academic bowl. Or it can be something even more simple, just getting the accommodations that they need. Interpreting services.
So one of the things about the work you do, Keith, is that for some of us as teachers, we're teaching a specific grade. At the elementary level, we may be teaching multiple contents, but it's a specific grade. And then you have our secondary teachers that are teaching a specific content. It could be for multiple grades as well. But you're teaching students kindergarten through 12th, different contents, right?
Yeah, and that's a new thing for me, because when I was teaching high school, that was a different ballgame. Now I'm teaching a whole range of grades and ages.
So between you and me and anybody else that's watching, what's your favorite content to teach?
History.
Former social studies teacher, yeah.
Oh, perfect. Love it.
I love it as well. That's great content. Keith, anything else you want to share that you didn't get a chance to share?
So I just want to add that I'm motivated to come to work every day because my students, I see myself in them. You know, obviously I'm deaf. Half my family is deaf too. So there's a personal connection there.
And we're so glad that you are here in FCPS as a member of the team, taking your personal connection and allowing us to be able to connect with you.
Yeah, it's great. I'm really happy to be here.
Thanks, man. I really appreciated being able to spend some time speaking with Keith today and learning a little bit more about the work that he and his colleagues do to support our students who are deaf or hard of hearing. He said it's a small but mighty team, and it's a mighty team indeed, but it's a team that's made up of classroom teachers, school administrators, case managers, interpreters. There are many individuals that are working to ensure that our students have exactly what they need to be successful in their academics and also extracurricular pursuits. We are so fortunate that they are members of the FCPS team. They are essential to the work that we do to support each child each day. Well, everyone, until next time, please continue to take care of yourself, take care of each other, and be well.